From the groundbreaking visual effects of Star Wars to the mind-bending realities of The Matrix, these iconic works have left an indelible mark on our imaginations. These are the movies and series that influence the nerd culture most. And this is nerdsection.com. Buckle up and prepare to jump to lightspeed, because Star Wars, released in 1977, is a game changer in the galaxy of nerd culture. This epic space opera, created by George Lucas, took the world by storm with its groundbreaking special effects, unforgettable characters, and a timeless battle between good and evil. Star Wars isn't just a movie, it's a phenomenon that redefined science fiction and fantasy. From the moment that iconic opening crawl and John Williams' legendary score hit the screen, audiences were transported to a universe far, far away, sparking imaginations and inspiring countless fans to explore new worlds. The impact of Star Wars on nerd culture is immense. It launched an expansive franchise with movies, books, comics, games, and an incredibly dedicated fan base. It showed that sci-fi could be a blockbuster success, paving the way for future hits and giving rise to conventions, cosplay, and an entire galaxy of fan creativity. Star Wars didn't just influence nerd culture, it helped create it, making it cool to be a fan and proving that these stories could be epic, emotional, and universally beloved. Get ready to plug into the revolutionary world of The Matrix. This sci-fi masterpiece by the Wachowskis isn't just a film, it's a mind-bending journey that reshaped the landscape of nerd culture forever. Imagine a reality where every choice you make could reveal an entirely different universe. The Matrix brought that concept to life with groundbreaking special effects, introducing us to bullet time and the iconic green code. But it didn't stop there. This film tapped into the philosophical realms of reality, identity, and free will, sparking endless debates and theories among fans. It pushed the boundaries of what we thought possible in cinema, influencing everything from video games to anime, with its stylistic nods to cyberpunk aesthetics and martial arts choreography. The Matrix gave us unforgettable characters like Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus, who became icons in their own right. It also revolutionized how we think about virtual reality and artificial intelligence, themes that are more relevant today than ever. The film's impact on fashion, with its sleek, black leather and sunglasses look, and its deep cultural references made it an instant classic among nerds everywhere. Epic battles, deep lore, and breathtaking landscapes. The Lord of the Rings trilogy brought J.R.R. Tolkien's masterful world of Middle-earth to life like never before. Peter Jackson's visionary adaptation captivated audiences with its rich storytelling, groundbreaking visual effects, and unforgettable characters. But beyond its cinematic achievements, this trilogy reshaped nerd culture in profound ways. For fantasy lovers, it was a dream come true, sparking a resurgence in high fantasy literature and media. It gave us an epic blueprint for modern fantasy films and series, paving the way for franchises like Game of Thrones and The Witcher. The dedication to detail in its world building inspired countless fans to dive deeper into Tolkien's works, engage in role-playing games, and create fan fiction and art. Its influence extended to the realm of technology as well, pushing the boundaries of CGI and practical effects and setting new standards for film production. This trilogy didn't just bring Middle-earth to life, it built a community of fans who celebrate and expand upon its legacy every day. Whether you're donning elf ears at a convention or discussing the intricacies of Tolkien's languages, the impact of The Lord of the Rings on nerd culture is undeniable and everlasting. You can't talk about the impact on nerd culture without mentioning The X-Files. Premiering in 1993, this iconic series brought the paranormal and conspiracy theories into mainstream pop culture like never before. With FBI agents Mulder and Scully diving deep into government cover-ups, alien encounters, and supernatural phenomena, The X-Files created a perfect blend of sci-fi, horror, and mystery that captivated audiences. What really set The X-Files apart was its ability to make the weird and the unexplained feel real and accessible. It sparked a wave of fan theories, inspired countless internet forums, and created a devoted fan base that thrived on dissecting every episode for hidden meanings and connections. The show's complex mythos and long-running story arcs encouraged viewers to engage deeply with the content, paving the way for the kind of fan-driven analysis that's so prevalent in nerd culture today. Its influence is seen in the rise of serialized storytelling in sci-fi and fantasy genres, emphasizing character development and intricate plot lines. The phrase, "the truth is out there," became a cultural touchstone, and the show's success proved that there was a huge audience for intelligent, thought-provoking genre television. So whether you're into UFOs, cryptids, or government conspiracies, The X-Files has undoubtedly left an indelible mark on nerd culture. Battlestar Galactica, the original 1978 to 1979 series, was a groundbreaking force in sci-fi TV, blending thrilling space opera with a deep existential narrative. Created by Glenn A. Larson, it introduced audiences to a ragtag fleet of human survivors fleeing from the relentless Cylons, a race of cybernetic beings bent on annihilation. Its mix of epic space battles, complex characters, and philosophical themes set the stage for future sci-fi storytelling. Its influence on nerd culture is profound. Battlestar Galactica's portrayal of a grim, dystopian future paved the way for darker, more nuanced sci-fi narratives. The show's innovative special effects and compelling storytelling inspired a new generation of creators, proving that science fiction could be both grand in scale and deeply personal. Its legacy continues to resonate through modern shows and films, echoing its influence in the way we think about technology, humanity, and survival. If you're loving the deep dive into these iconic movies and series that shaped nerd culture, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps keep the content coming and the discussions lively. Now let's jump into our next classic, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is more than just a time travel adventure. It's a cultural phenomenon that has left an indelible mark on nerd culture. Released in 1985, this film introduced audiences to the quirky brilliance of Doc Brown and the iconic DeLorean, sparking imaginations everywhere. Its clever blend of humor, adventure, and science fiction created a perfect recipe that resonated with fans and inspired countless discussions about time travel theories and paradoxes. The film's influence extends into the realms of gaming, comics, and even modern television, where references to its memorable scenes and quotes continue to pop up. It established a template for blending genres, proving that sci-fi could be fun and accessible. Plus, the impact of its characters and themes, like friendship, destiny, and the importance of choices, has inspired a whole generation of creators. Back to the Future not only shaped nerd culture, but also showed that sometimes the past, present, and future can collide in the most exciting ways. Star Trek: The Motion Picture, released in 1979, reignited the excitement of the iconic franchise and set the stage for a new era of sci-fi storytelling. It expanded the universe of Star Trek, bringing the crew of the USS Enterprise back to the big screen with stunning visual effects and thought-provoking themes. This film not only redefined what sci-fi could achieve in cinema, but also deepened the bond between fans and the Star Trek lore. The impact of Star Trek on nerd culture cannot be overstated. It solidified the importance of world-building, character development, and philosophical questions in science fiction, inspiring countless filmmakers and writers. The film's blend of adventure, exploration, and moral dilemmas laid the groundwork for future sci-fi franchises. Its influence can be seen in everything from modern TV series to blockbuster films, proving that Star Trek is more than just a series. It's a cultural phenomenon that continues to inspire generations of nerds to dream boldly and explore the unknown. Also, the Star Trek series set the stage for future sci-fi. It blasted off into the hearts and minds of nerd culture and never looked back. Created by Gene Roddenberry, this groundbreaking series introduced viewers to a universe brimming with diverse species, advanced technology, and ethical dilemmas. It's not just the iconic "Beam Me Up, Scotty" that made its mark. It was the vision of a hopeful future where humanity had overcome its flaws and was exploring the stars with curiosity and respect. The show's influence is monumental. It inspired countless writers, filmmakers, and fans to imagine new worlds and futuristic technologies. Think of it as the blueprint for modern space opera and a major driving force behind the massive success of franchises like Star Wars and The Expanse. Star Trek challenged social norms, explored complex themes, and proved that sci-fi could be a powerful lens for examining contemporary issues. In essence, it laid the foundation for everything nerd culture holds dear, about exploring the unknown and questioning the status quo. The Twilight Zone, airing from 1959 to 1964, is a cornerstone of sci-fi and fantasy storytelling. Rod Serling's anthology series didn't just entertain, it redefined what TV could achieve in terms of narrative depth and imagination. Each episode was a standalone journey into the strange and the eerie, often with a thought-provoking twist. Its influence on nerd culture is profound. The Twilight Zone pushed boundaries, blending psychological horror with speculative fiction, and its iconic episodes like The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street and Time Enough at Last are still referenced in countless modern shows and films. Its exploration of themes like paranoia, societal critique, and the unknown paved the way for future sci-fi and fantasy genres, making it a must-watch for anyone interested in the roots of nerd culture. Let's dive into Alien from 1979, a film that redefined sci-fi horror and became a cornerstone of nerd culture. Directed by Ridley Scott, this cinematic masterpiece introduced audiences to the terrifying idea that in space, no one can hear you scream. With its groundbreaking visual effects and a strong lead in Ellen Ripley, portrayed by Sigourney Weaver, Alien set the standard for strong characters in genre storytelling. Its blend of suspense and science fiction not only influenced countless filmmakers, but also inspired a wave of video games, comics, and merchandise that continue to resonate within nerd culture today. The eerie atmosphere, iconic design of the xenomorph by H.R. Geiger, and themes of isolation and survival have cemented Alien as a pivotal work that sparks the imagination of fans everywhere, reminding us of the chilling possibilities lurking in the dark corners of the universe. If you enjoyed this deep dive, get ready for more. Check out the next videos, The Shocking Alien History, where we'll explore the legacy of one of sci-fi's greatest franchises and the similarities between Bitcoin and the Matrix, diving into how these two worlds collide. Stay tuned and keep celebrating the nerdy universe we all love.